bring in Lara Trump on this because she knew one of the themes throughout the administration her father-in-law was a part of, and that she was definitely a part of those re-election efforts, was about the border. It doesn't take every single time you bring up a problem with the border, from Mayorkas to the President of the United States, they say this is a problem they inherited. Do you think that's true?
Oh, it's patently false. It's ridiculous to ever suggest that. In fact, I say it time and time again, they were actually given a gift with the southern border. Donald Trump had set it up so well for them that all they had to do was sit back and do nothing, not touch a thing, keep the policies in place that the Trump administration had put there, continue and finish building the wall, and we would not see that we have over 1 million migrants that we know of, guys, that have come over our border illegally. Month after month, we see that rise, and there is one reason for it. It is because Joe Biden, Kamala Harris campaigned on the idea that we were going to have an open border if they were elected. All of these people heard that, and they continue to come over our southern border. What a ridiculous cop-out by the Biden administration to ever suggest such a thing.
Now, why do you think they want an open border?
Well, I think you have a lot of different scenarios there. I mean, maybe the reason is that they know that they are failing the American people in many ways. They know they're going to have a really hard time in 22 in the midterm elections. They know they're going to have a really tough 24 possible re-election if they both decide to go for it. Maybe they think that they bring migrants over the southern border, and I don't know, we don't have any voter ID like they want. They wanted to federalize the elections with H.R. 1. Fortunately, that didn't go through. You know, there are a lot of questions as to why they would want to do this, but to a lot of people, it's very suspicious that this is their way to win elections in the future, because if we had a free and fair election and every legal citizen got to vote, I think a lot of people are very disappointed with the policies of the Democrat Party, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and it'll be very hard for them to win elections.
Laura, I don't know if you were watching earlier in the program, but we told about the story. A couple of whistleblowers have come forward. They had been volunteering at the child migrant facility in Fort Bliss down in Texas. And as it turns out, the Biden administration was telling everybody who was working there, hey, we got to downplay the situation. Turned out it was a super spreader event, but they felt like, well, if that gets out, that's going to be bad for all of us, because then we're going to have bad publicity. And so now, you know, it's laid bare. They were trying to keep what was going on with the children at that facility a secret, and they did until the whistleblowers came forward, Laura.
Yeah, well, and this is par for the course, you know, for this administration. Remember, in the very beginning, when we got those pictures and videos, finally, of the overcrowded facilities, they didn't want the press there. They didn't want the media there. They tried to keep everybody out. They have tried to downplay this every step of the way, but I want to say kudos to Governor Abbott for finally taking control of this situation. If we cannot rely on the federal government to protect our national security, to secure our southern border, it will come down to the states having to do it, and that is exactly what you've seen happen with Governor Greg Abbott. I mean, it's preposterous that we found ourselves in this place, but it is this administration, the Biden administration, that continues to care more about people who don't even live in America than they do about American citizens.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Laura. There's a lot of limits to what Abbott can do, but you're right, he's trying.